Hey guys, how's it going? It's Blaze, back with some more OPTCG content for y'all. Today, I want to take a look at OP17 Purple Kaido. I've been taking a look at some of the cards. I know we actually have had new cards announced that we don't have access to in the sim yet, but this is what I have for now with what is currently available to us. So I'm sure this deck will actually get a lot stronger as it goes forward, and as well, there's actually some stuff that doesn't work currently in the sim, but I'll go through that as we get into it. All right, so this is the deck list I have for Kaido so far. The leader, to start off with, if you don't know what this leader does, it has when attacking and on your opponent's attack once per turn, Dom -1 up to one of your opponent's characters gains -2000 power during the turn. Very strong here, so you can attack into bodies multiple times with reduced power. As well as denying swings here. All right, so starting off, one of the most important cards, honestly, for this whole deck is going to be the EBO4 Queen here. One drop on play, you may trash one Animal Kingdom Pirates type and draw 2, and then activate main once per turn. You may rest 2 of your Dawn cards. If your leader has Animal Kingdom Pirates type, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. So basically tap 2 to ramp 1, but every turn on a 1k body. So if we can get multiple of these out, it can really help us ramp up to our top end as quickly as possible, which is a big emphasis of the deck. After that, we do have Nola, which is one of our 2ks here, and it is a 1-drop with, if you have a character with a base power of 7k or less that would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may return 1 Dawn card from your field to your Dawn deck instead. So this lets us kind of like protect some of these smaller bodies that we have out. It's mostly a 2k, it's not searchable, but there are definitely times where it is quite useful, especially in the early game. After that, we do have the 2-cost Black Maria. This is a blocker. On your opponent's attack, you may trash 1 card from your hand up to one of your leaders or characters gains plus 1000 power. So basically turns things into 1k counters. We are also running 4 of the old OP08 Black Maria with activate main once per turn if you have no other Black Maria cards. Add up to 5 Dawn cards from your Dawn deck rested. Then at the end of the turn, return Dawn cards from your field to the Dawn deck until the number of cards on your field is equal to your opponent's. So most of the time we use this as a 2k, but this can let us re-ramp if our opponent is at 10, which, you know, for 3 Dawn doesn't like feel great, but sometimes we can go really negative, so this can be useful. Usohachi, of course, 2k on play if you have 8 or more Dawn, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Now this one's a little bit of a weird tech pick. I actually have 1 Senior Pink in here because I'm running 2 copies of Gum Gum Lightning, and if you can get into a situation where you can play Gum Gum Lightning and then play Senior Pink, replay it. Yeah, so this is one that might not survive once we get more reveals, but I think for right now, it has the potential to be pretty good. Next up, we have the 6-cost King here from EBO4, 6-drop 7k. This is a very important card for the deck. It has, if this character would be KO'd, you may return 1 Dawn from the field to your Dawn deck. And then activate main once per turn, this being the really important part. If your leader has the Animal Kingdom Pirates type and you have no other king characters, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck, set as active, and then an additional Dawn rested. So this lets you ramp 2 every turn, basically just on its own, and you can -1 to protect it if it would be KO'd. And that's not just KO'd by effects, that's KO'd by anything. So super important there. Now we get to the OP17 big boy bodies here. So first of all, we have the Kaido 10-drop 12k blocker. Your turn once per turn. When a Dawn card on your field is returned to your Dawn deck, add up to 1 Dawn card as active from your Dawn deck, and then set one of your Dawn cards as active. So this is really nice. Obviously, this works with the leader effect. This works with, you know, a ton of stuff that we're gonna want to do with like these events and everything. Really good card. And then 12k blocker, right? Obviously that's good. The next one is this other one with all character cards in your hand without a counter have plus 1000 counter. So this is broken right now. This card actually does not work fully. This whole giving your other cards counter thing on the sim just doesn't work. So keep that in mind when you see the gameplay. But it does have activate main once per turn, Dom -1. if this character was played on this turn, negate the effects of up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less during this turn, and then KO it. So this effect alone on a 12k body is pretty strong, especially if you pair it with like already having one of these set up, right? So I'm sure you see where this is going. And then we do have the ST34 Charlotte Linlin, another 10 drop 12k with on play Dom -4. You may trash a card from your hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life, and then one of your opponent's character's base power becomes 0 during this turn. This card is just as impactful as these. In fact, it often feels more impactful. If you have this set up like with the blocker and you use this, get one back, restand one, like it's so good. This card is so good. Now I'm only running 1 Divine Departure. I know a lot of people are running 2, and I do still have 2 Lightning Dragon. I think these Enel events are just really good. Like this is just solid for a lot of matchups, and then having Mamaragan at 4, this is just really good, right? After that, we do have we're going to claim the One Piece search event. Look at the top 5, reveal 1 Animal Kingdom Pirates or Big Mom Pirates, and add it to your hand, since we are running the package with both here. And then we do have the 2 copies of Gundam Lightning that we kind of tech in. So we're kind of teching in some light purple Enel stuff over here. I'm not sure if the purple Enel package stuff kind of survives through the full reveal cycle with what the deck is actually going to end up looking like into OP17. But for right now, they're good cards and we're using them. Playing into Yellow Kid here. Looks like we're going to keep this hand. I think having Queen and we're going to claim the One Piece is pretty good. Let's play the event out first. Go for King. Yeah, definitely go for King. If we can go Queen into King here, that's going to be quite strong to get us to our ramp. Unfortunately, it is going to require us to pitch a Kaido. So we're going to need to draw into our top end again, or take life. But this deck has so much top end. Like we're running 12, 10 costs. So like I think that should be fine. Let's go ahead and pull this out. I guess we could trash the search event. No. This is Land of Wano. 4 Emperors, Land of Wano. No. Yep, so it does have to be the Kaido. Okay. Well, is what it is. We do now have the ability to rest the 2 to gain 1, so we got 1 ramp off. That's already not a horrible start. Definitely not trying to just give him this for free yet. Hit the Queen there. Now, thankfully, that puts us in a position where we do get King next turn, so we're fine with that. Going first, ramping off the Queen into King. I mean, this is pretty decent here. I think we just go ahead and take this. Okay, there we go. The blocker. This is probably the one we want to play first. Well, most of the time, at least. Do go ahead and gain the active and gain the rested here. And then I think we'll just go ahead and search event again. Probably grab, what's better here? 2 Linlins. This will be the second Kaido we've discarded. I think having the Linlins set up with the blocker here is like really good, but removal's also really good. Yeah, let's take the removal one. And again, I'm still just not going to swing at him. I don't want to give him this Basil Hawkins for free. I don't want to swing at this with 1 life up unless we can like take at least 2. Especially since we kind of forced him into playing Zeus, right? So already took a life basically, right? We definitely don't want to use leader effect right now. Honestly, I think it's fine to just take this. Okay, they do have the Apu in life now. That is fine though. I think we can pretty much just go like set up blocker Kaido. Like if they want to play this slow game on life, I think that's fine for us, honestly. Alternatively, we could go KO Kaido, take this out into ramp back up with the King, do something else. What are we really doing with that Dawn though, right? Not a whole lot. Like if there's not like good Dawn efficient plays here, I think it's probably fine to just do that. At this point, I kind of think that we could actually go ahead and swing here just to reduce and activate this, get the 2 Dawn back, which does give us a chance to Mamaragan here, right? And swing into this. Just try to keep the board as clear as we can. And then we do get the extra Dawn here. I think we can just use this to search, honestly. We do get the ability to grab a 2K, which, you know, that's fine. So yeah, setting up the blocker, definitely the right play here, because with Mamaragan in hand, we basically get a removal play off of it if we use lead effect there. So you're seeing a pretty strong combo here with this blocker down. This card just sets up so much, like, engine for the deck. It is a very, very strong blocker here. I mean, we've taken out enough of their board, too, that they just can't do anything. This blocker is just negating any swing they take at us, so... Sure, we can reduce this. There's no reason not to. And then we block. They turn that into a blocker there. Yeah, we don't really care now. We're just going to start dropping these... negate KOs, and then we get our Dawn back, right? So I think now we can just start swinging 2 7s. If they trigger this, you know, we have another 7 here, just with attached Dawn, so we're not really a problem. No reason to use effect. And then we do have another Kaido as well, so if they try to drop something, you know, we have the ability to potentially remove it depending on what it is, but, you know, we'll see. They do counter out of that. And I'll just keep the blocker up. Not having to worry about minusing for this is... I guess we could. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. We could just go ahead and take that, but... Oh, there's our Gum Lightning. Let's see, we do have our Senor Pink in our hand, so if we need it, we can still grab it back out of trash, which is nice. Now, if we had a Lin here to reduce this, that would be really nice. Lin into Mamaragan would go pretty crazy. Yeah, no Linlands, only big Kaidos. I think this is fine though. I think what we're gonna want to do here is probably just swing into life until we get this Hawkins to come down, and then we can just delete the Hawkins, negating the effect of it, right? So now that we're at 10, you know, stuff like this with the on KOs, we don't really care about anymore, because when we play our 10 cost here, they negate all effects, right? So we just get to do it. They're actually not going to trigger, probably based off that assumption. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, now, not really sure what the best move is here. It's kind of awkward. We want to get like one of these out. I guess we play this just to negate this being a blocker, and then like pop one of these little guys. Sure. Oh, no. So we have to target these 6 cost. Yeah. So like all we can do is something like that. But it does trigger our ability to get Dawn back, which does let us like put 7 on here, swing that, and then reduce this blocker down to 7. So we deny their free block this turn, which is still good. And then we do now have the ability to go ahead and swing 12 into 7 here. Yeah, so overall, not bad. We could theoretically use this king and ramp another active, but like, not really much point. At this point, we're so ahead on board because we got all these 12Ks down that like, it's gonna be tough for them to get much headroom here. Not really any reason to reduce anything here, honestly. I think we just go to blocker step and just block. Like, they only got 3 Dawn up, so the most they can do is like swing one of these into us. Oh, there we go. Now we got it. Yeah, let's drop this Big Mom. We're going to go Dom -4. I think we can trash this other Kaido. We don't really need it at this point. We'll gain 1 life. Set this to 0. That activates the blocker. Get this back, and then we can re-ramp here off the kid, or off the king. So now we've got the Mamaragan option here, and we can go ahead and swing 5 into 0 there. No reason to return any Dawn. Yeah, that gets rid of it. We are going to get the Law able to play itself, but like I don't really think we care anymore. I think at this point it's probably just a lot of swinging. Go 9. They can play this out. Take another 12. I mean, we could probably lethal them right now, actually. Okay, they got a blocker out. Let's see if they block. Yeah, I mean, we can't lethal them now, obviously, but this is fine. We just leave this up. They got some bodies out now, but we got a lot of 2Ks and stuff, so I don't think we're that worried about it. Maybe we go Lightning Dragon just to get a draw. Maybe, yeah. Theoretically, could have gotten some counter there. We didn't get any counter, but I mean, it's fine. They're going to drop Borsalino, so they'll have at least 3 blocks, but we're going to have 6 10K or higher swings here. Do we actually care is like the thing. I don't think we do. I think it's totally fine for us to just take this. Oh, they're going to try to like swing out at us? We got a bunch of 2Ks in hand, so like it really doesn't matter. Block, sure. Take. I mean, none of this matters. Get 2 blockers. Yeah, I think in this case, like to me, what I want to do is just go 7. I mean, I really don't think it matters. We could like do some Senor Pink play here to zap one of these by taking a Gum Lightning back from trash, but like that's just kind of a flex at this point, I guess. Yeah, really no point. And that should do it. GG. Alright, playing into Mihawk here. Let's try taking first. We'll definitely keep this hand. This is a great hand. We can go... Yeah, I mean, this is like exactly what we want to see, right? Let's take the blocker, because we kind of want to ramp towards setting up blocker first, ideally. Okay. Let's go Queen. I think we can pitch Black Maria here. And then just, boom, getting arrested. And we'll swing 5. Definitely not using any kind of effect here. God, I can't wait to see this Kaido alt art in person. I mean, look at this. This leader is going to look so awesome. I'm a big fan of, I like Kaido. I'm a big Wano guy, so I'm a big fan of this art that he's always had of him in the dragon form. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, excited to see the alts for a lot of stuff in this deck, just in general, honestly. Like, the images are one thing, but when you see some of these cards in person, they can really look impressive. Kind of think we just go ahead and take this. Oh, we do trigger into... Yeah, we'll take the removal Kaido. We just need a big mom. Let's go ahead and drop down the king here. Gain an active and arrested. And go ahead and start swinging. Let's just swing into these like zeros and stuff. This extended version runs a bunch of copies of You Could Be My Samurai, so like the more we remove these little bodies, the better. And then we can go for the event here. Not really seeing what we want to be seeing here. But I think having a Black Marita just for an extra blocker that can like give some of these bodies plus 1k, because this doesn't work, right? But her effect does. So, you know, if we get both of these down, it's kind of like the effect of what this is supposed to work like by itself. So we are kind of fighting against the sim here a little bit at the moment with the Kaido effect, but it's what it is. They're going to deny the king from resting. That's okay though. That'll be fine. I think we can just take this. So now we do get the pop Kaido here. I think it's probably good to try to take this guy out on curve, even though we don't have the blocker set up. I know I talk about we want to set the blocker up first, but we really don't want to let them get their board going, right? Like that's super, super, super important for us. Let's go ahead and, I mean, we could bring back one. I think it's probably better to just do that, swing even here. We're not going to get this. They've got 11 cards in their hand, but let's just tax one and then we'll get the Don back to put one on here to swing into these guys. So hopefully if he goes, you can be my samurai again, like we're at least taxing him forward a little bit, right? Like, do you really save this? Yeah. Didn't think so. Two of these Mihawks out, it's pretty annoying. And they do still get another cast off of this. Stay at 11 in hand. King still can't attack. Yeah, so at this point, I think we definitely do want to try to reduce out of this and I guess just use Mamaragan to counter here. Don't love, but it's what it is. I think we're just going to have to take this one. Definitely need to set up our blocker Kaido here. Let's go ahead and swing reduce here. Gain one active and set one active. If we don't get this, we can probably Gum Lightning it, and then we can swing into this other one. So overall, pretty good position here. The rest and freeze down on the blocker, that is definitely annoying. Yeah, the ability to run You Can Be My Samurai in this deck and extended just is kind of making this a little crazy. We will reduce this and discard the queen here, I think. We probably should have done Black Maria, actually. Wait, hold up. Or Mamaragan. Yeah, yeah, discarding the queen was not it, because we could have used it to dig. I guess this one we just have to take. Okay, I mean, kind of wish we still had the Gum Lightning here, but we can Mamaragan this. Yeah, no, wait, that's good. That's good. We'll just do that. Play this out. Go -4. Trash a king, gain a life. Reduce law Beppo, gain active, set one active. We'll Mamaragan this down and have the baby boy swing at it. And then we do get our lightning dragon here so we can freeze this. That's good. That's good. Are they actually going to try to defend this? I mean, if they defend this, we just swing it with leader, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. It's probably fine to just swing here. No need for leader effect. And then we can start putting some pressure on leader now, I think. Or at least put some pressure on this hand, hopefully. Yeah, that's cool. And then go 12. I'll take that. -1. Freeze this guy. That brings us all the way down to 4 Dawn. But, I mean, our board's pretty set up now, so I don't think we need a ton of Dawn going forward. And we can ramp off this. Okay, they're going to keep our blocker frozen. Another Law Beppo is definitely annoying. Kind of need another blocker. Like, at least we're still getting the effect off of this, but, like, this 10 cards in hand, this You Can Be My Samurai stuff is a little insane. I think we really do want to keep everything up here. Yeah, let's reduce. Oh, no. I'm dumb. I'm a dummy. Whatever. Can't reduce leaders. I can't reduce leaders. I wasn't thinking about that. was not thinking about the leader at all. Okay, so I guess maybe the move here is like play Senor Pink to grab back Lightning Dragon to just keep this frozen down. And then just try to just put as much pressure on life as possible. Go back up to 4. Use this to freeze this. Okay, now we have 4 solid swings at their face here. It's going to keep getting rested. We don't have like a good way to counter out, which I don't like. I think that means we have to swing into this Corona actually, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. And then like if they Hody us, they Hody us. It is what it is. Not a lot we can do about it. There's really no way to set up to protect from that. Hopefully we get like another 2k or 2 off life so we can lead effect reduce into double 2k. But yeah, that's looking like our best bet here. So let's go 10, 12, 13 here. Yeah, try to get them to 0 so they're forced to close game, and then yeah, hopefully we get a 2k. So now in this position, the actual deck should be much better because this card should be giving all of these 1k. So this goes from a hand that only has 2k counter to a hand that has 6k counter. Literally triples it. We should have way more resource to be able to use here. But unfortunately, the sim is just not updated for the new cards to work correctly. So not much we can do about that. We'll have to see how they try to deal with this. They're going to try to freeze our stuff. If they don't think they can kill it, that makes sense. I think having Senor Pink out in this case is actually pretty good. I feel like Senor Pink as like a tech card into this deck is definitely solid. Just like being able to reuse any of this Anel stuff, Mamaragan or Lightning Dragon. Like we don't even always need it for Counter Lightning. If they use this Dawn, they're going to swing what, 16k at one of these. There's no way we get out of it anyway, I don't think. I mean, whatever, this hitting us doesn't matter. We either win next turn or we don't win. Another 2k though, we do like to see that. Yeah, it's going to be a big swing in the board. If we reduce this down to 15, we actually can get out of this. I really thought he would come in. I mean, put it down to 15, 2k, that's... I think that's obviously what we need to do here. Yeah, a lot of swings. Still not sure that that gets them out of all this. Nope. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we did manage to keep their board broken up enough that they didn't have the ability to push through for game there at the end. I think that was a solid way to play into Mihawk here. All right, looks like we are playing Linlin here. Do we want to go first or second? I don't know. I think we want to go second, honestly. This leader's scary. We really want queen and king. Okay, we have the blocker. That's good. That's good. Oh, we drew into it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's just pass our turn so we don't have any risk of this potentially getting removed. And we are going to give them heal. We cannot risk these pieces getting taken. Okay, I think it's probably okay for us to pitch a removal Kaido off of this. And then we can ramp arrested, swing 5. Now going first, that means we are going to get to play king next turn and then ramp up to our 12k blocker. So that's a really good start. That's what we want to see. Oh, I'm being a dummy. I didn't realize I was doing that. Oops. Okay, so they do get the Perona off life trigger here. That's not that big of a deal right now because we don't really plan to attack with this guy very often anyway. Now, do we reduce Dawn here to get out of a swing? I don't really think so. I think what we're going to want to do here Let's just go ahead and actually Divine Departure out of this. We can pitch Gum Gum Lightning without too much worry because we have Senior Pink in our hand right now, so not really that big of a deal. They are going to probably force us to add a life again. Until we get this guy down, we just cannot pitch, though. We have to let them take life. Even though they're going to go up to 6 life here, which is going to suck. Okay, so they trashed a Shiryu. So whatever, that's fine. And now I think we swing into this Perona without worrying too much. Because we can go King. Definitely ramp off that. Now we're at 9, so pretty good here. I guess we could just Lightning Dragon it and wait too, though. Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll just do that. Definitely not returning it out right now. Go ahead and freeze that. Really good card. Lightning Dragon. Turns out. It's still good. Purple deck. Are we beginning to purple slop meta a little bit? Possibly, but you know what? It is what it is. I think we gotta just keep taking life here, unfortunately. Play out Blocker Kaido. Again, I don't think we care about this effect very much, so we can just go ahead and reduce into this. Reset 2. This can't attack, but like, okay. I don't think we care about that very much. And in this case, we don't really have anything to do with this 2 Dawn anyway, so just go ahead and end turn here. Now that we're at 2 life, we definitely do have to start like, reducing to get out of these. I don't want to pitch Mamaragan while we have the Linlin combo in our hand, so I'm going to go ahead and 2k this. 8, 6 life. Swing 5. I mean, I think we pretty much have to block that. Alright, we get re-Perona'd there. Kind of annoying. But we do have the ability to... Well, do we go Linlin combo first, or do we drop the other Kaido to get rid of this Perona first? I think it's fine to do that, because then we remove here, and like... It's kind of whatever. Gain inactive, gain arrested. And then just swing, reduce into this. They've only got 3 cards in their hand. That's the thing about like forcing them to keep taking life. They end up with this massive life, but like we can just make them have to give us board. The life is going to get really insane though. I don't think we want to open this up to a really big attack from good old Moria here, so they're not going to swing. All right, that's fine. We can go ahead and Big Mom into Mamaragan now without much of an issue. So go -4. I think we can trash one more blocker Kaido. I think we go ahead and probably minus on the teach. Reset those. Boom, boom, boom. Mama that. Let's go ahead and swing the queen at it. It's free, yep. And then we got 7 life here. We probably need to start trying to get through some of this. So we'll go ahead and swing 5 at them. I'm sure they'll take. Pretty much every time we swing, they're just going to take, I would assume. Whatever. I mean, these numbers don't really like mean anything right now. We're at 7, so we can ramp. All right, so their hand is back. So we have to play around them actually having a hand now. But we have controlled their board enough that this is definitely getting scary for them. They really need to reestablish board here, or it's going to start getting pretty dangerous. Even if they do have a lot of life, a board like this can chew through a large life pool very quickly. Right? So yeah, we'll make them keep adding. I think we don't want to do anything with that. We probably just, yeah, I think we just take this. Trigger effect. Okay, cool. What can we get here? 2K? No, we can't get a 2K. We can get a 1K. We shouldn't be worried about 1Ks right now, again, because this card is not working correctly. But since we are, you know, this annoys me. Play Senior Pink for 5. Go Divine Departure. Divine Departure is really going to require 6. So we ramp back with King. I think that kind of makes sense for removing one of these. Let's go ahead and swing the King, you know, trying to let him know our next move. Play that out, sure. We go Senior Pink here, -1. Grab the Divine Departure. Restand. We ramp, we're at 10 again now. I'm gonna attach one, -1 of these, Mamaragan that. So, and then we also, or we could Gum Gum Lightning it actually. Gum Gum Lightning might be better because then we can Kaido next turn. Kind of hard to say. Another blocker Kaido would kind of go hard right now. But removal would be nice to get around these Thriller Bark effects, right? Okay, so we're gonna put one on leader. We're going to div this Teach. I think we hold Mamaragan because it is an effect with counter, right? So then we go Lightning Dragon, or Lightning Gum Gum Lightning. We Lightning Dragon this, and yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And we swing at their head. Try to even this life back out. We got 2 swings here. We do have Mamaragan. We do have our 12K block. I think we are in a position where we could theoretically go for game next turn. I'm a little scared to say trash a random card, but I think it's better than letting them get life anymore. Okay, so they trashed our event. That's fine. We can live with that. Let's go ahead and discard a 1K here. It would be better if we can like use this Mamaragan after we -1 on opponent attack here. I guess we could have just done that there. But like, oh, they're gonna swing 15 into here, huh? So 15 minus it down to 13. Using it here feels a little risky because if we don't draw into more counter, like that's very bad, right? Yeah, that's a little too risky for me. And we can ramp into removal for removal Kaido here again. Or I guess we could just put up more blocker Kaido too. Good blocker Kaido. I mean, actually that's not terrible. It's really not that bad. Because double blocker Kaido, if we like Mamaragan this Borsa when I swing at them, it's kind of good. Let's set up another blocker Kaido. We'll go blocker Kaido. We'll go swing 5 at face, -. Restand. See what they do here. They take it. Okay, interesting. Oh, and they prevent the queen from attacking. That is annoying. That is legitimately annoying. I think in that case we just go, wait, what other targets do they have in here? As far as Thriller Bark targets go, it's another Perona. Yeah, I mean, they don't even have to do anything to go. Okay, so we're not going to go for that. We definitely Mamaragan this. We definitely swing big here and here. We got, yeah, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. Well, if they go 1, 2, 3, we got a blocker up. I guess we swing one of these 12Ks now. Yeah, I guess we're kind of over caring about that. We could set up another here, but like, I think what we really want to do is make sure we get this guy off the board, right? So, rid of that. Get rid of this. Let me swing here. Yeah, they're gonna defend. But so the thing is, even with these 3 swings, this getting denied does suck. This getting denied really does suck. But even with these 3 swings, I don't think they lethal. And swinging into all these 12Ks on board, like, that's gonna be tough, right? Maybe this matchup is winnable. In the past, I mean, when I've played this, I think this is a really, really tough matchup for Kaido in a lot of cases. Unless maybe I just haven't figured it out yet. But maybe this is winnable. I don't know. Oh, they... Okay. I'm a little confused as to how that helps. We're going to trash a random card for sure. And... Pitch a 1K. Yeah, I think this might be it for them. Let's start off swinging a 7 here. If they like trigger Perona or something, it is what it is. Okay. Get it there. Go 9 here. Yeah, I think this might be it. Unless this is like a big bait. No, it's not. Okay, there we go. Win against Linlin there. All right. Not too bad. All right, guys. Well, I'm curious to know, what do you think about the new Kaido deck? And how do you think we're going to want to build it? I mean, I've seen definitely different deck lists. The Gum Gum Lightning thing is somewhat popular, but I haven't seen it a lot. And I'm not sure if it's something that'll really survive into after we get all of the support reveals. But I think for right now, splashing in a little bit of that kind of like NL removal control package stuff does feel really solid. I mean, just in any purple deck right now, because those are some of the best printed purple cards probably. But yeah, let me know what you guys have been doing. Have you messed with the deck at all? Have you tried different builds of it? And what do you think about its matchups in the upcoming meta? So I'm really excited for this deck. I do love Kaido a lot, and I do love purple decks. So I am very excited for the set. As always, if you do like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, you will be entered into our giveaway for the binder I have sitting over there. I'm not gonna go grab it. I show it off like every video. You've probably seen it already. If not, it's a really cool binder. But yeah. All right, appreciate y'all. Until next one, peace.